Technologic, technologic, technologic.
Hello and welcome to another one of our tech series. Quite an exciting one today actually. We're going to go over an item of joinery that was part of a very big project for us, probably one we were on for about a year in the Cotswolds with very cool architect and a very cool client. This was just a very small part of that project and it is a cinema room, and I'm here today with Dan. Hello Dan.
Hello.
Dan did all the technical work on this and we'll work through it, and I think you'll all agree he's done incredible work on it. So Dan, I'll pass over to you to start with. We are just looking at the room as it was at the very start, yeah?
Yeah. So this is basically what we've got for the architecture. Basically, it's a tiered room. We've got, I'll show you the half section in a minute. We've got basically the tiers of what's been done at stud work on site in the room. Basically, these little alcoves here are where the speakers are going to be located. And then, yeah, moving on, we've got more speakers here behind the cinema screen.
Yeah. And then what was our first port of call after that, Dan? Where would you start with the planning of this?
So the first thing we did on this was we basically had a load of ground panels. So we go on to the next. We basically had a load of ground panels that we basically fixed to the wall, working our way around. We had obviously a door lining we put into place and worked out from there.
Okay, so just to explain this in brief, Dan, we always, with any sort of wall panelling, we create a ground structure. So this is what gets leveled up. So this is where all the working out, positioning of stuff goes. We level this up, and then the panel work comes on after and gets leveled on split patterns, Dan, yeah?
That's correct, yeah. So all the wall paneling, ground panels would have gone on. Leaving like cutouts away for the speakers to go in this location here, and then going around the room, just literally going around into the work that we've created here for a big build out to bring the wall paneling forward, and then into some carcasses around this projector screen we've got here.
Yeah.
And a bulkhead above. And
then units below, down with drawers in.
Yeah, drawers in below. That's it. Down here, and then work our way back round to the door lining again.
Tell me where this would be started when they're fitting the grounds panels on site, Dan. How would they go about that? Is there a datum point for this?
Yeah. So they were started at the doorway, and they would work their way out. But we all worked from one datum line, which I'll just find on here. Let me just put that. So this plane here is set at a datum line at 1.1, and as you can see here in the grounds panels, all the cutouts or extrudes for the split pattern frames are all cut out in line with that datum line. So when fitting this, all they needed to do was line up the base of these split pattern panels in here. You can see that there. Line it up with the datum line right around the room. If a grounds panel didn't have a space available for it, we did a little cutout here. And then that goes around, following right around. This would be done by the dimension from that unit there, working around, again that cut out, right way around. So everything lines up horizontally.
Yeah.
And everything's obviously set at different levels.
And those other bits there, the back split bands, are the bits that go on the backs of the panels, Dan?
Yeah. So these pieces here, I did little cuts for you actually.
Yeah, so like we put a rebate, so it's cut from the back that creates a rebate in the grounds panel for the split pattern to fix onto.
That's good. Yeah.
Cool, nice. Yep. There's locations of speakers and stuff had to be considered here, Dan?
Yeah. So that's all of these alcoves here.
Yeah, and then is the projector at the back there somewhere?
Yeah.
So that's
in this unit up here, so we
basically
made a unit up here, which the projector would have sat in.
Yeah.
And that would have projected over to the screen.
So has that got that we'll see in a minute, but that's got a door on that just flips up where they want to use it. They push it open.
That's
and
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, mate, that's quality. So can we just have a quick look at the next part for this? We've got the grounds, and then the next part of the fitting process would be just the external face panels. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. So with all these face panels, obviously, they've all got grooves going right. Oh,
So it's TNG style.
yes, yeah. So we've got all these grooves going through.
Yeah.
So if you can see in here.
But obviously it's not individual pieces, is it, Dan? We cut that out of full boards.
No. So we've got the board width, the sheet of piece here. And basically what we've done, we've housed in a piece of elm into this groove here,
Piece of solid.
and then done the cut later on. That's great. And that,
So we route the
quite
panel,
effective.
inlay a piece of solid elm, we over veneer, and then we cut the groove out to create the TNG style.
yeah.
And then you can just see the loose tongue there down where the panels fix together as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see it here. So, lost it. Right, so yeah, basically, we've got this loose tongue in here.
Yeah.
This would have been made out of elm, and we would have just clipped this into the face panel, and then clip the next one up to it, working your way around the room.
Yeah.
So it's quite important. You basically started off from your starting point, which would be on the door, and working your way right around the room, right way around, until you got back to the finish point, and clip the last one in, and then this would have housed around the door lining.
Nice. Then let's have I've got an here Dan chair and sofa design.
Yeah.
And then we'll work our way through to the full works in a minute. So yeah, just talk us through this. Obviously we've got that's the different stages there, Dan.
Yeah, it's in different stages here. So here we've got the chair. This is just the rib work. How we made it up. We made it with a base panel with a ply top, and that's our cladding. Cladded around. Then once we've got that to that stage, we would have got the rib work for the seat back and placed that in. And you can see this is made up with quite a lot of layers of foam to keep it quite soft and quite comfy. So we've got this ply line up going around the rib work there. And then this is how it's finished. We've got our cushions here, a seat pad there, going around with our cladding going around, and the elm capping. Which is
nice. That elm capping, we'll talk about that again in a minute, but that cushion, I remember we worked with an upholsterer in Birmingham, and we sent him up a test sort of frame, and we worked with very heaps of different thicknesses and strengths and densities of foams to get it right, and then we had it actually set up in the cinema room as well to make sure it was all the right heights and to make sure
the
it's all
client tested
perfect.
it out in that location. And make sure you're happy. Changed a few finishes, changed coffee. It's quite an odd shape, so
yeah.
just
And I
down to
remember
the
he
way
was
you
just
wanted
literally
it.
moulding it around and slicing it around and putting it in and around stuff.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so I think
nice.
the padding goes right around to the front. Yeah, it looks very smart.
But what's that on the inside of that chair, Dan? We'll have a quick look at it there. But that's the light, isn't it? That's where
Yeah, that's
goes.
the light detail. Yep.
And then,
we'll
so we layered up the end panels done at the outside panels of that chair are done like the wall panels with the TNG style, and then we formed up the curves, obviously, and then we've added this solid. The capping piece on the top there was made out of solid elm.
Yep.
And we've got some pictures of that, which Freya will insert here. How did we do that, Dan, in the end? Can you remember how we made that? Was it CNC? It was CNC, wasn't it?
It was on our CNC, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just basically made blocks out on the CNC and then put the. I can't remember, we don't know. Yeah,
Put the round over and the rebate on afterwards.
Put the round
by
over
hand,
on,
wasn't it? Yeah.
By hand, yes. Yeah.
Okay, mate, that's nice. And now let's see it all together if we can.
Okay.
Nice. Can you have a look how so obviously starting from the grounds panels and how that's set up and set out in the first instance is obviously crucial to all of this. Just from little details, like Dan, if you show us where like the panelling lines up with the grooves on the chairs.
Yeah. So just down here. So if this is, let me set this up perspective for a minute. So where we've got the tongue and groove lining, the groove detail coming down, this is where our cladding for our chairs comes around and meets it. So everything lines up perfectly.
Nice.
And the same down here for the door lining. So obviously this door is now hidden behind the panelling. So
that's the door out.
That's
the door out.
That's it. Yeah. And obviously this meets into the lining.
And that's the light switch there as well. Light switch.
Yeah, light switch is there. Yeah.
Speakers, and then we've got little brass tables on the inside as well, Dan, isn't it? That's brass plate.
Yeah, you can see on top of here.
Yeah.
So you've got them on both sides.
And then there's a little light on the outside of those chairs, Dan. Probably show it in a bit more detail now.
So on each one, you can see our ribbon down here. We've got our brass table on top, and a nice little light detail there. Put shining onto the brass top.
Yeah. Then we've got these curved aprons on the fronts of the steps as well, Dan.
Yeah, so that's down here. So obviously, if I do a little cut through section of the whole room, you can actually see where we've got the original tier we had from the architecture, the stud flooring, comes up. We've got 3 tiers. Obviously, we've created another additional 2 tiers in between. So obviously you've got your ground floor there, and you step onto this staging, and you've got your seating on this on this floor, and another stage above. Obviously, you can see our apron runs around that staging, runs and then meets into that chair. And same for this apron here, it runs around and sweeps around the back of the chair, and then runs into the wall.
Yeah, lovely. Nice, mate. And can we just have a little look at the other end with where the screen is and that?
Yeah.
We'll just have a look at around the room as a whole now and just see how it all lines up.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah. So this is the panelling running around. If we've got that build out earlier on we said about the rib work, that panelling clads around, builds it all out to give you the depth of the screen.
Yeah, and that's drawers all on the bottom there.
Push to open drawers down here.
Yeah.
So we've got a door down here and some drawers to the right. Working our way around. These are our speakers. So this is what we made provisions for earlier on. So we've got a speaker into this panel. All lines up with grooves. And then
it's nice, mate.
Going round.
Okay, mate, that's quality. Dan, amazing work on this. I know an incredible amount of work went into this. I know we've just bung that into about a 10-minute video. But this is seriously complex work. And Dan, you've done awesome. And you know, this is on site now, and hopefully we can share some photos soon. But this was a seriously impressive bit of kit, and probably one of the funnest projects we've done in the workshop. I know the workshop loved it. Dan, did you enjoy doing this, or was it a bit of a headache?
No, yeah, a bit of a headache. Yes, obviously, it's a hell of a lot to tie into each other. Obviously, trying to get everything to line up with the wall panel and setting it all out. It's definitely a very tricky model to handle, but it has been so far my favourite model.
Good.
To date.
Superb work, mate. As always, if anyone has any questions on it for Dan, me, anything about how we've gone about stuff, then please feel free to message. And we'll see you on the next tech series. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Technologic.